Hello, thank you so much for joining me for another amazing episode of Your Family Lawyer. My name is Earl and I am all right. And everything I share here on Your Family Lawyer is for educational and orientation purposes. It does not amount to legal advice. Yes, I'm a lawyer and I have attended to family matters. I've been a family lawyer for about 13 years. And interestingly, I am also a counseling psychologist with specialization in marriage and family life counseling. Today, on Your Family Lawyer, what I'm going to be doing is something that I usually do, and that's to give you a little bit of education and orientation on a family law matters. Remember that I have one counsel, and that counsel is simple that when it comes to if you ever need guidance, you ever need information regarding family law matter, you should go and speak with a professional. You should go and speak with a lawyer, right? Okay, so great. What is it that we are talking about today? Right? For those who are just joining, you may not know what the conversation is about today, but then if you have followed the posts that I've shared on social media today, I think you will have an idea, you have a clue to it thereabout. So today I'm wanting to talk about what is the position of the law, because this is family law, when it comes to a person destroying his spouse's property. Right? When you destroy your spouse's property or you damage your spouse's property, what is the position of the law regarding that? Now, let's get some things clear and let's get some things straight. I do understand that when a man and a woman get married, they are regarded as one. Yes, for many things and for several things, they are regarded as one. However, when it comes to family property and so family assets, they could be regarded as two separate people, right? So, for example, we have laws in Nigeria that give women the power to own their own property, even in marriage, that gives married women the power to own their own property. So, men in marriages can have their separate properties, they can have their private properties, and women in marriage can also have their own properties, their separate properties. Yes, as you know, in Nigeria, you could have some agreement like a pre-marriage contract as to how your things will be governed. Should there be divorce or should anything like that arise? And I do understand too that when it comes to divorce, during divorce, we try to differentiate what is the family property, what is the personal property. But this time, we are not talking about divorce. We're talking about a situation where there's a conflict in that marriage. So there's a conflict in the marriage right now. And the couple, they're kind of fighting each other. They kind of angry with each other, unhappy with each other. And you see a situation where the man destroys the woman's property or the woman destroys the man's property. It could be their phone. It could be, it may not be their phone. It could be maybe their car. It could be any other property in the house. It could be the TV. Yes, I remember attending to a particular client who said he had bought TV, but that was the third or the fourth time in the space of 1 year thereabout, right? Because once there's any little issue, the woman goes ahead and destroys his TV. Once there's an issue, goes ahead and destroys his TV. So yes, there are situations like that, and there are circumstances like that where you see some people trying to destroy the property of the other person. Now, the simple answer to it is that it is a crime. It's actually a crime for you to destroy your spouse's property. Right. Now, even if you're the one that bought that property and you gifted it to your spouse, it is still a crime. If you bought that property for the home and you destroy that property, yes, the law will still come against you. Like, for example, I could still bring up that you put that person in an imminent fear of danger, right, for their lives, for their safety. Yes. And so you still be guilty of torture, right? Yes, because if you follow the Anti-Torture Act, you discover that by the definition of torture, if you destroy property in the house to cause your partner serious fear or to cause your partner some emotional type of torture or physical type of torture, you're guilty of torture, right? So the position of the law is simple, it is clear, it's a crime, it is wrong. So you can be held criminally liable for that. You could also be held for some damages regarding that, right? There are several laws that appeal to that. And one of the most interesting of such laws happens to be the Violence Against People Prohibition Act of the Federation and the Violence Against People Prohibition Law of a state like Oyo State, where I reside. So if you destroy your spouse's property, if you even destroy a family property because you are annoyed, you are displeased, you're unhappy with the marriage, with your partner, you have committed a crime. You have done something wrong, and you can be held liable for that. So one would say you should master your self-control and learn to control yourself so that you don't usually just destroy things, break things. In fact, breaking things is an example of domestic violence. It's an example of domestic violence, actually. Right? So we want to see how you can stay away from it. So if you are the person who usually breaks things, of course, breaking things is not it's not gender related. Both genders get to destroy things. We see men seize those things. We see women destroy the things. Now it's not gender related. So if you are a husband or a wife and you are usually fond of destroying your partner's things, yeah, that is slightest offense, misunderstanding, quarrel, know that you are committing a crime. It's not a civil matter, it's a criminal matter. If you are the one whose property gets destroyed than the rest, you could also understand that this is a criminal matter, right? My counsel primarily is for the person who does the destruction. Kindly change your ways. Kindly find help on how to handle your anger issues, right? So you need proper anger management so that you don't keep on destroying things and you don't keep on spoiling things. My name is Earl and I'm all right. I'm your favorite OAP and also your favorite family lawyer. And of course, I am also a counseling psychologist. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember that the things that I share here do not amount to professional advice. It's just for education and orientation purposes so that if you have any legal questions or you have any professional questions, you have to find a lawyer closest to you or use the details of this particular episode to reach out to me and we will attend to you. I'm reaching you from the ancient and modern city of Ibadan, and I want to say thank you so much for following me thus far. All right, so just know right now that the bottom line of today's episode is that if you seize or you destroy your partner's property in a marriage, in a relationship, the law sees it as a crime and you can be held liable for that. And also know that if your partner does that frequently against you, that what the person is doing amounts to domestic violence and also amounts to a crime. You're wrong.